What's up, YouTube? Karat Juice Podcast here for another video. You guys saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, you know exactly why we are here today. Before we get into it, go ahead and like the video, please, for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime I drop some content. Today, we are talking about what happened over the weekend regarding Alpo Martinez. Apparently, the drug kingpin was shot dead in NYC during a drive-by over the weekend. So, without further ado, let's get right into this story. So this story is courtesy of the New York Post, and it indicates here, drug kingpin Alpo Martinez was shot dead in NYC drive-by. A notorious drug dealer from New York City who served decades in prison for murder and was in witness protection for testifying against his associates was slain on a Harlem street corner in his truck Sunday morning, police sources said. Alberto Alpo Martinez, a drug kingpin who was portrayed by Cameron in the 2002 movie Paid in Full, was killed in a drive-by shooting as he sat in his 2017 Dodge Ram at 147th Street and Frederick Douglass Boulevard around 3:30 a.m., cops said. He was shot 5 times. There's the scene, there's the truck. So, Martinez, whose last known address was in Maine, was rushed to Harlem Hospital but couldn't be saved. A high-ranking police source said Martinez was in danger as soon as he returned to his old stomping grounds. Yeah, like he was in Maine. Why come back? So, it says you were in the witness protection program because you testified against other drug dealers. You'd make a lot of enemies who have a score to settle. When you return to the same area, word will get out very fast. He's back in the zone. The source who said Martinez's vehicle had paper plates from Texas, said it wasn't clear if Martinez had left witness protection entirely or was just back for a visit. It looks like photos from the scene showed his red, bullet-riddled truck. So it seems pretty intentional when you shoot somebody 5 times, a police source said. There were no immediate arrests. Martinez dealt drugs in the mid-1980s in the same neighborhood where he was killed before he was busted for dealing crack in Washington, D.C. Martinez was released from prison in 2015 while serving a 35-year sentence at ADX Florence, a federal supermax prison in Colorado. More pictures of the scene here. Paid in Full was based on the story of Martinez and his partners Rich Porter and AZ Fazan. He was profiled on a 2012 episode of TV series Gangsters America's Most Evil and name-checked by numerous rappers, including Nas and Memory Lane, Sitting in the Park, and songs by Jay-Z and 50 Cent. So that's the news, that's the story as we have it. And what can we learn from this situation? There's a lot of people who have made a lot of money, and he was apparently very successful in what he was doing as far as running a drug operation in the 80s. However, he got caught, he went to prison, and apparently from right there, he told on his associates. And when you get in that underworld, in that there's like really no coming back from that. I'm surprised that he came out of witness protection and went for a visit in that old neighborhood where he had so many enemies. It's very strange. Yeah. And I've said this before. I'm not a street dude. I'm not about that street life. I've said it before. I currently work as a probation officer. I supervise cases and I do investigations. But even I know, if you are in witness protection, you should not be going back to a place where you allegedly was giving up names of people that you associated with. They call that snitching, and in the streets, there's really no coming back from that as far as the street code says. Nobody's been arrested, but I think you can put two and two together that, in my opinion, that's what this is tied to. The writing is on the wall here. If you haven't seen the movie Paid in Full, I would recommend that you give it a watch, because it was a very good movie. It showcased his life, the things that he did. I'm not condoning anyone get into that life of selling drugs, because it damages the community. I said the same thing about that when I was talking about Fetty Wap. The things that people have to do when they get into moving weight like that, they have to hurt people. They have to damage the community by selling poison to them. What I would say, and what I hope a lot of young men are doing nowadays, is use the business acumen, use the street savvy, use the cunning and the charisma and all the stuff that you used in that foray, or to do that in the past, and use it to do something legal. Run a company, run a business, a legal business. All of those skills and characteristics that you use to do things illegal, if you put half of that energy into doing something the correct way, you could get better outcomes, and your outcome doesn't have to end up like this, unfortunately. That's really the message that I wanted to kind of put out here today. And I hope that young people right now are learning from situations like this and making wiser decisions moving forward. You don't have to move weight to be successful. You don't have to have Bentleys and Rolls Royces and diamond chains and all that to be successful. You can be successful by being intentional and making wise decisions each and every day. And you can still have a nice life, get money, but do it legally. I want to see you guys win, but I want to see you do it legally. Start a business, okay? Learn how to code, all right? Learn how to be a software engineer, okay? Get some business savvy in things that are gonna help you and your family into the future. And that does not have to be dribbling a basketball. It doesn't have to be moving weight. Trust me. There are good things in store for you if you want to make the decision to do better. And hey, that's been another video here on the Karat Juice Podcast channel. Go ahead and like the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop some content. And hey, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. I would like to know what you guys are thinking. And I hope you are doing well. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.